All right. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's me, Aaron Collins, and this is another rendition of me addressing worldly issues in a godly way. As usual, and as always, I hope everyone is doing well. I really hope everyone is doing well. Oh man, we're going through some really volatile times right now. Now, the situation with George Floyd has really reached an all-time high. Basically, the situation with Floyd has really exposed the underbelly of what this nation is all about. Exposed a lot of deeply hidden secrets. It's caused a whole lot of going on right now. Protests, which turned into violent riots and lootings. And while I'm all for peaceful protesting and all, I'm for that, but as far as the looting and stuff is concerned, when they started doing that, in my opinion, it really took away from the focus of what this whole thing was all about. It really stopped being about George Floyd when they started burning businesses, looting and stealing things. And a lot of stuff that people are looting, a lot of that stuff you don't even have any use for. They're just doing it just to be doing something. A lot of it is just opportunity to showcase your rebellion and anarchy. It's total chaos out in the streets right now of our major cities. Anyway, that brings me to is actually segueing into the thing I want to talk about. This is a call to action, particularly for the black community. Yes, I'm specifically talking about my community. Those who have an issue with it, well, sorry for you, but this is something that we need to hear. Instead of going out there looting and protesting, here's a proposition I wanted to make to everybody. This is something that is actually going on, and I want to spread the word, so to speak. I've always said this before about the one way to hit the nation is by boycotting. In other words, withholding our finances, withholding our wealth, withholding our money from them. What I want to call out, what I want to say, over the next 37 days, for us to support black businesses, nothing but black businesses, buy black, pay black, and I'll also put in the links, different resources and different black businesses to support. I'll don't worry about that. I'll put that in there. I'll put that over there probably maybe over the next few days. I'll put it in, put the links down in the comments. But I wanted to mention that because the one thing that's really holding the nation together, the one thing that holds basically society together is our wealth. See, most of these businesses that are around today have been started with black wealth. We keep them afloat, we keep them breathing, and yet we have nothing in return. Do you realize that as black people, we make up about $1 trillion spending power? We are the biggest consumers. We consume everything and yet produce nothing. We have put more people, grandchildren, or their children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren. Hell, we've put in 10 generations of them in college and brought them homes. Once again, we have nothing to show for it. Our communities, in the meantime, are still shot to hell, are still in desolation, still burned out, no resources, nothing. Why do we do this to each other, and why do we do this for everyone else? It's all part of that self-hate complex, that everything that's associated with us is all part of that Willie Lynch syndrome that taught us this, that everything, everyone else is better, and that we're not, that we are less than nothing. We need to break this cycle. You know what? You want to know how to build up the black community? Start with the wealth. Corporate economics. Kujichagulia. That's one of the principles of Kwanzaa, right? We need to practice that. We don't need to wait till actual Kwanzaa to do that. We need to do that anyway. See, this right here will help us to start being more proactive. Because, see, we're the most reactive people. We're so reactive, and yet we don't hold them responsible. We don't give them real consequences, real repercussions for what happens. Something like this must never happen again. And we need to have something in place for our people to go to. We need to have our own resources. And unfortunately, a lot of the businesses that burned were black-owned businesses, which is completely backwards. Why are you burning up businesses in your own community? Once you burn those businesses up, you really have nowhere to go. Because a lot of the other people's communities, they're not going to let you come in and trash their community. It's all, once again, part of that self-hate complex. It's part of that destructive nature that we've been taught. Well, this is a solution I have. For the next 37 days, support black-owned businesses. And there's even a website called We Buy Black Movement. Check it out. The We Buy Black Movement. It was founded by Delzino and Deborah Wilson Debriano. I'm very familiar with these two. It's a husband and wife couple, really beautiful couple. I've actually met them before, back in '97. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I met them. Very good people, very well spoken, very knowledgeable and informative. And they also believe in black business. We need to support each other. We support everyone else. Like I've stated before, we've put more people. We put more people up, paid their mortgage payments more than anything else on this planet. They have always called for us to bail them out. But when it comes time for us to be bailed out, we have no one to come and get us. We have nobody but us. There is no one for us but us. So we need to embrace each other. Take me up on this. I'm going to participate in it. It'll be something, I believe it could be fun for the whole family. We need to do that. Whatever resources you're looking for, you can find them in black businesses. Some black businesses, I'm sure you might have to go out of your way, but that's okay. I mean, is it worth it? Is it worth you going out of your way and not going to the store down the street? Is it worth you going to support somebody else that's trying to make it? Is it worth you seeing another person that looks like you trying to come up? I think it is. Anyway, everyone, I want to put this out there. Like I said, our cities are in shambles right now. Our nation is in shambles. And this is another thing, too. We need to come back to God. As a nation, we need to come back to Christ. We really do. Because He is the answer. He's the reason to combat this. Racism, white supremacy are still standing because we don't combat it at a way from a spiritual perspective. This is a spiritual war. Anyway, everyone, let's do this together. This is I could say this is an emergency meeting, so to speak. Treat this like it's an emergency. Treat this like it's urgent, because it is. This is very urgent, because our very survival depends on it. Anyway, everyone, let me know what you think. Get in the comments. And don't worry, like I said before, I'm going to have those links. I'm going to be putting them in probably one at a time, maybe not once, but one at a time. I'm going to try to get them in my community feed. I'll try to get them in the comments as quickly as I can. But anyway, everyone, let me know what you think once again. Support this channel, paypal.me/RealAaronCollins, as well as patreon.com/RealAaronCollins. Like and comment, share this video. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I drop more videos. And, like I said before, I never thought I would be mentioning this before again, and as far as in the vein of George Floyd. And once again, my condolences to him, my condolences to his family. My condolences to his family. My prayers are with them. Come to think of it, I wonder if anyone even started a GoFundMe for him. I don't know. Someone put that in the comments. Let me know if there's some kind of GoFundMe or some kind of financial assistance for his family. And if anyone is also, if they're still calling the numbers to the Minnesota Attorney General and those other numbers that were made available, continue to keep calling them. Bring those make those phones ring off the hook, because we want a very thorough investigation. We want some real results done to the officers, namely Daryl Chauvin. We want some real sentencing. We want a real sentence, a real punishment that's appropriate for what he did, because it was murder. And murder is murder. It doesn't matter who's behind the murder. I don't care if you wear a badge. If you're a murderer, you should be treated as a murderer. Anyway, like I was saying, everyone, you know what you gotta do. Let's get to work. Love you all. God loves you. I love you. Let's do life.